So let's break it down. 4 weeks ago today, I took my last 5 milligrams of methotrexate, and I'd been weaning off 20 for 4 weeks before that. So it's kind of like 8 weeks today since I've had very little methotrexate and none, and I am feeling amazing. My body is the best it's felt in a really long time. My legs are clear, my arms are flowing, I have no sensations in my wrists, or this is like the part that really hurts the most for me, and that's clear as anything. So that's remarkable. I've had the most comprehensive emotional and mental kind of processing and detoxing that I've known in many ways. I'm really enjoying my new eating plan. I'm not craving sugar. I'm feeling, today there's a queasiness and an uneasiness in my stomach, and that's because I'm still detoxing, and Rupert's coming over later today to do the lying on the ground scenario, the concoction that but I've been doing nothing but patur. I'm really in the most regular space I've been in down there for a really long time. So I really feel like my digestion is really working, and I feel like the agni, which is the fire in the belly, is firing, and I'm feeling clear, so that's all good. The only neggy thing I've got to report is that last night made my khichdi, my mung dal and basmati rice with all the beautiful digestive herbs with some vegetables, and Sue and Nikki. I've told you about Nikki, the young German guy, and there's this other guy that lives next door that will go nameless. He has been a family friend for a really long time, and he's eccentric and he's outspoken, and he's a bit of a Donald Trump kind of character, like that kind of larger than life, and I haven't minded him at all. In this house there's a undertone of homophobic, anti-refugee, that kind of thing, and I've heard it, and I've just never said it, anything, confronted. Because remember the time I told you that I saw Pauline Hanson on Celebrity Apprentice, and I really quite liked her as a person, which, I can't stand her politics. So I think herein lies the truth in life. It's accepting people as they are, which doesn't mean you at all agree with anything they think, right? So knowing that, and knowing the kind of day I had yesterday where I was just in tears and really emotional, so I was in the kitchen pretty much straight after I spoke to you, and I was just quietly going about my business. And so it was Sue, nameless man, who's best friends, that he has dinner here every night, he lives next door, and Nikki. So they kind of finished their dinner, and I sat down to eat mine and got my usual, I can't believe you eat the same thing every day, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And Sue started a conversation about a transgender guy that is obviously transitioning into being a woman, because she's noticed that he now carries a purse, and saw him in a skirt for the first time last week in her workplace. And I went, oh, wow. I said, oh, how cute, And then he says, this thing, it's just a complete thing that's about fashion. I mean, in my day, where were they then? And I said, they're dead. And he went, what do you mean? And I said, suicide? And he said, why won't they do that again? Okay, I'm thinking, I don't want to be breaking bread with this man, I'm just like, right. And I just kind of just pretend the conversation didn't happen. And then a few other things were happening. Like he was actually, I kind of got up from the table and started calling out after me, going, Like, you know, I just don't agree with it. I just don't agree with this whole thing. And I'm just like thinking to myself, I just don't want to say a word to you because I'm just going to take your fucking head off, you know, because today's not the day to, you know, whatever. And, you know, a few more things were said, and he started laughing about the time that, you know, obviously there was a lesbian in his workplace in the mines, and he was saying, oh, we didn't know if she was a man or a woman, and, you know, we didn't want to say anything to it. I'm just like, I'm just thinking, I can't believe this is happening to me. And anyway, and then, you know, he's going on a bit more, and it's funny, I'm saying nothing. I'm actually just washing up, but he's directing everything at me. And then finally he said, you know, I'm just a black and white kind of person. And I went, yeah. I said, the thing is about the truth, it's always in the grey, it's always in the colour, it's never in the black, it's never in the white. And I just said it like that, and there was a real energy, and then everyone just shut up, you know. And I don't want to live here for the next 2 weeks. Or can I? He's been over a few times today, and each time I've just retreated. Yeah, I think, you know, being homophobic is one thing, but wishing transgender people would commit suicide instead of transition is something else, isn't it? Like, fuck. Anyway, I've really got my work cut out for me as far as just remaining open in my heart to this being. Although, you know, I don't want to return his eyes. I'm just shut down. So that's me and a nutty in the old shared Airbnb. I have to write a review. This is a great house if you're homophobic and racist. Anyway, I'll just keep going. And tomorrow I've got a treatment with Lisa, another full-on body work, and that's got rice and salt and honey and herbs. So it's pretty exciting, this shift in me. I'm bowing down to the Ayurvedic medicine, although it's been hard going emotionally, like really big, and who knows whether I'm out the other side or whether there's more to come up. I'm just wanting to stay open later.